Named nanny dogs and gentle giants, Newfoundlands might sound like a dream to own, but in reality, these dogs are full of surprises, and they're often way more challenging than you'd expect. No matter how much research you do, there's just no preparing you for the real experience of life with a Newfie. So before you bring one of these lovable giants into your home, here are 9 essential things that you really need to know. Number 1. Newfoundlands are calm dogs, but not in the beginning. Newfoundlands have a reputation for being the gentle giants of the dog world, but don't be fooled into thinking they start out that way. Once they grow up, Newfies are calm, patient, and even a bit lazy. But getting there, let's just say it takes a lot of work. Many owners find that their Newf puppy, despite their massive cuteness, can be a whirlwind of energy, testing every bound they've learned in training. And once they hit those teenage months, buckle up. It's as if all that training suddenly flies out the window. In fact, one owner shared, "Mine was a terror as a pup, but he mellowed out as he got older. Couldn't get him to stop jumping at anything, and he would literally run full speed and launch himself at me and my dad." Newfies are large dogs, and when they start jumping, launching themselves at you, or just going rogue, it can feel like a whole new level of chaos. That puppy phase can be especially intense, but it's also what makes seeing them finally settle into that calm, mature personality so rewarding. So yes, it's an exhausting journey, but watching them grow and mellow out makes every challenging moment worth it. Number 2, they're going to be very messy dogs. Have you ever thought, man, I'd love to swim in a shallow pool of drool that's got a 12-inch coating of dog hair floating on the surface? If you answered yes, then these dogs will be perfect. With a Newf in the house, you're signing up for drool everywhere. Think walls, floors, furniture, and yes, even the ceiling after a big shake. And the fur? Forget about escaping it. Dog hair will end up in places you didn't think was possible. One Newfie owner shared saying, "Dog hair on your floor, inside your fridge, on your furniture, in your food, between your butt cheeks." I kid you not, you'll find hair in the most unbelievable places. Owning a Newf means constant cleaning, so you might want to invest in a high-powered vacuum and get used to using it daily, sometimes multiple times a day, because these gentle giants shed enough fur to make entire new dogs. Even with regular brushing and professional grooming every 6 to 8 weeks, you'll still be battling tumbleweeds of fur rolling through the house. Add to that the drool trails they leave after drinking, muddy paws, and the occasional room-clearing fart, and you've got yourself a lovable but messy companion. Number 3, it's going to be very expensive. Owning a Newfoundland is a bit like committing to a luxury lifestyle for your dog. From day one, expect everything to cost more. Medications are pricier, collars need to be bigger, beds need to be sturdier and larger, and the food bill? Well, let's just say you might feel like you're feeding another human instead of a dog. Every single purchase seems to come with a premium just because of their size. Then there's grooming, which isn't just a quick brush at home. Professional grooming every couple months is almost a must, and that can get expensive real fast. And if your Newf needs medical care, brace yourself for some hefty vet bills. Surgeries, medications, and even routine checkups tend to cost more when dealing with such a big dog. Yes, the expenses add up, but for many owners, every penny is worth it for the love and companionship of these incredible dogs. Number 4, Newfoundlands love water, sometimes a little too much. Newfoundlands and water are a love story for the ages. These dogs are practically magnetized to everything that holds even a drop of water. Puddles, pools, bathtubs, toilets, water bowls. If there's water, your Newfie will find it and attempt to dive in enthusiastically. One owner puts it best saying, "A Newf is basically a cross between a black bear and a seal. So yes, they're obsessed with water. But what's the reason for this, you ask? Newfoundlands were originally bred as working dogs for fishermen in Newfoundland, Canada. So their love for water is practically in their DNA. They have webbed paws and a water-resistant coat, making them natural swimmers who feel right at home in lakes, oceans, and yes, even a good old puddle. So for households with elderly family members, those wet floors can be a hazard. Constant cleaning and some serious waterproofing might be necessary. Oh, and towels around the house are practically a necessity. But if you're willing to live with the puddles and drool, you'll get a companion who brings as much joy as they do wet floors. Number 5. They need to have a purpose in the home. Newfoundlands can sometimes seem like calm, lazy dogs, but the truth is they're the happiest when they have a job to do. After all, they're natural workers and not just couch potatoes. While they may enjoy lounging around, deep down, they crave purpose and thrive on tasks that challenge their strength and intelligence. Many Newfies love activities like pulling carts or carrying loads, which tap into their historical role as working dogs. While cart pulling isn't necessary, teaching them how to do it can be incredibly rewarding, both for you and your Newfie. These dogs are bred for more than just the typical daily walks through the neighborhood. In fact, they tend to get bored of this very quickly with its limited mental and physical stimulation. Having a task, whether it's fetching, pulling, or even helping with chores around the house, gives them a sense of fulfillment and keeps their minds engaged. So if you're ready to be the boss of an enthusiastic worker, Newfoundland might be the perfect fit. Number 6. They're known as nanny dogs, but that requires a lot of work on your part. Newfoundlands are often called gentle giants or nanny dogs because of their calm and protective nature. But getting them to truly live up to that reputation takes effort. While they have an inherently kind temperament, they're still dogs, and every Newf needs proper training, especially around children. Newfie puppies don't instinctively know how to behave gently. They have to learn it through consistent guidance. Teaching them how to act around little ones, especially kids unfamiliar with how to approach dogs, is essential. The good news is that they're highly intelligent, which makes them quick learners. However, they can be stubborn and headstrong, quickly sensing when you're not firm with commands, and they'll test boundaries if they think they can get away with it. Some, especially dominant or alpha personalities, may even require training to curb rougher behaviors. But with patience, structure, and a commitment to training, a Newfie will become that gentle, loving companion they're known to be. Number 7. They'll need less exercise than you think. With how big and powerful these dogs are, you may be surprised to learn that Newfoundlands don't need as much exercise as you might think. As a fully grown adult, they're surprisingly low energy and content with a relaxed pace, which makes them great companions for more laid-back lifestyles. Sure, they have good stamina and can handle a full day of hiking or swimming when you're up for an adventure. But on a daily basis, they're just as happy with a routine job, a moderate walk, and some gentle playtime. Their energy level is more balanced than high-strung. So while they're capable of keeping up on outdoor excursions, they're also just fine taking it easy most days. This makes them versatile companions, perfectly suited for both active days and cozy nights. A balance many owners find ideal. Number 8. You're never ready for how big these dogs actually are. No matter how much you think you're prepared, nothing quite readies you for the sheer size of a Newfoundland. Sure, you can watch YouTube videos or look at pictures all day, but when they're actually in front of you, they're truly a massive sight to behold. These dogs grow fast and keep going until they're practically bear-sized. One day, you're cuddling a fluffy puppy, and before you know it, you've got a 150-pound giant who takes up half the couch, and maybe the bed too. Their size alone can be overwhelming, especially when they're excited and don't quite realize how much space they take up. It's not just their physical size, though. Newfies have an impressive presence that fills a room. Everything from finding a big enough bed to managing their massive food portions is a reminder that these are no ordinary dogs. But with that impressive size comes an equally big heart, making the extra space they take up more than worth it. Number 9. Newfies are not good beginner dogs. Now, with all that said, I want to end things by saying Newfoundlands are not for beginners. Don't get me wrong, they're incredible dogs, but they're definitely not the best choice if you're inexperienced. These giants come with unique needs and challenges that can be overwhelming without prior experience. Their activity levels and personalities can vary, but overall, Newfies require consistent training, socialization, and a good understanding of dog behavior to thrive. One owner shared saying, "Honestly, if you're getting one as a puppy, it's very difficult. There's a reason these dogs are rehomed a lot from the ages of 18 to 24 months. They can be absolute Tyrannosaurus Rexes. A lot of people will say, well, that's most puppies, but the difference is about 100 pounds in weight and muscle." They're not as easygoing or straightforward to manage as more beginner-friendly breeds like Labradors or Golden Retrievers, which offer similar loyalty and playfulness, just on a smaller, more manageable size. But for anyone truly captivated by the Newfoundland breed, a great option is to consider adopting an adult rescue or finding a retired breeder dog. These dogs are often calmer, and the transition can be a bit easier than starting from scratch with a Newfie puppy. Hey, if you enjoyed this, you'll probably love this video here. And if you hit subscribe, I'll donate a meal to a rescue dog on your behalf.